Here it is.
I know, it's crazy. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Happy Monday. Happy March. Oh my God. It's going by so fast. I can't believe it.
In like a lamb, out like a lion, so they say, right?
Yes. In yeah. Yeah, but it's supposed to get really cold in the next couple of days. So I'm going to say that's coming in like a lion and it's going to go out really beautiful. Doesn't matter. The end of March is always nice because then it's April.
April. And then
I love it. I love it. So we are busy little beavers this month. You and I both have so much on our plates. It's amazing. I love being busy. I love the progress. I love being able to help people and get out there and do all these wonderful things. And yeah, I know you're feeling the same thing too. I know you're just busy. I saw you on twice this morning already. My goodness, what time did you get up?
I know. I was up at 3 and then 4 and then 6:30, and so I started at 7 and then the 8 o'clock, and now the 9 o'clock, and then I'll.
Now you got a few more during the rest of the day too. At least one, anyways.
Every day.
Every day.
Every day. I'll probably come back into the Facebook, my event, my 5-day detox pages at the end of the day and kick their ass. I think.
Nice. Yeah. Nice. One thing before we go any further, happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah, yes, 52 and loving it. So
yeah.
Just makes my parents feel older.
Not you, just your parents. That's good. That's good.
Oh my goodness. Yes. Then I was thinking I should need a sassy new haircut. Like, I pulled the bangs back because they make me a little crazy. But this morning when I got up, I went like that, and I'm like, I look good. I wanted to get my haircut. We'll see.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, you usually have very, very short hair all the time, eh? This is something different for you, for sure.
No, all good. All good in the hood. Has anyone
only
called?
Hair.
My nephew, you were on live with me this morning at the 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I saw you.
And I dropped yous because my nephews were calling. So.
Oh, that's what happened. I was like, okay, maybe she hit a snowstorm or something. I don't know.
No, there's no snow here. Oh my gosh, there's I'm in Peterborough today at Dr. Wei Wei Han's office in full Circle of Life Wellness Center. And she's an incredible naturopath, very sought after. And so my clinic starts at 9:30 today. So
wonderful. Oh, that's so nice.
Chai tea in, 1 coffee today. We'll see how I feel.
Your 5-day detox is coffee less, or you just work with it in your bounds?
I'm just being aware and recognizing the need and desire.
So who's kicking whose butt here?
Just to be aware. I may need some at 4 o'clock though to drive home. So.
What? Oh my goodness, you're driving home. You've been up since 4. Anyways, not gonna think about it. You have your detox going on. I have a spring cleanse going to be offered now for the rest of the month, or actually the rest of the next 3 months. But all of March in my regular group page, we're doing a 31-day plant-based challenge. So this is going to be interesting. Hopefully we'll get a little bit of chit chat about it. I know there's people that are for it and people that are against it, but it's not about that. It's just about trying something healthy. That's about it. And we're going to be doing Shred. We're starting up Shred again in the private group today.
Yeah.
I'm going to be going on a little bit later and talking to my people about that and, do my butt kicking for the day and just trying to get, doing my thing. I don't do that very well. That was embarrassing. Sorry.
Got it going on.
And what else have we got? Well, there's so much going on right now. We have the Mindset Reset is going to be starting up later this week. It's a 7-week program that really dives into learning a little bit more about ourselves and opening up and, trying to conquer some negative thought patterns and really trying to understand that this does not control us as much as we let it sometimes, and trying to bring some stability and healing with regards to that anyways. So we're going to be diving into that later this week. And there's probably 1,000 other things that we're doing too. Before we get into it, we discussed that we are going to be talking all about enzymes this week and digestive enzymes. But I wanted to just, before we get into that, because we're going to dive right into that in a second, is just answer a question really quickly that we had come in from a regular watcher. And they were...
Regular watcher.
A regular watcher. And they were asking about dry mouth situation. So I specifically don't know any kind of the story around the situation that this person is going through dry mouth. But the thing is, a dry mouth can be caused by a lot of different reasons. And, anything from medications to just old age. Sometimes it comes about just because of that as well too. It just, it could be nerve damage in the mouth as well too. It could be the house is dry at this time of year too. A lot of times, we wake up because we're mouth breathing through the night. These are all different reasons that possibly could be causing some dry mouth situation. I know a lot of times it can be quite it's hard to deal with. I mean, I wake up, I guess I'm a mouth breather. I wake up in the morning. Sometimes it's very, very harsh, but even sometimes just not taking in enough water, sometimes that can really make a bit of a difference. There's natural products out there that you can buy for something like this. Is like a little bit of I can't remember exact the name.
Biotin.
Yeah, basically it's a gel kind of substance that you can put in your mouth a couple times in the day, depending upon what it is. There is possibility that there's a whole host of different diseases that you can maybe, because of those diseases, can cause dry mouth as well too. I'm not going to get into that because I don't really like to get into the realm of diseases because I don't know this person's issues that much. But just, it could be, again, just something like aging. The salivary glands in our mouth, they just don't function as well as they used to. Just like a lot of times we get what's called pernicious anemia, that we don't have that intrinsic factor within our stomach lining that doesn't get produced as we get older. And then we end up having to have B12 injections as a result when we get older. These are just sometimes things that happen, unfortunately. But, working towards having trying to keep your mouth moist with drinking fluids a lot can really help as well too. Sometimes smokers have a lot of dry mouth. I know my husband is a smoker, so that's just one of the things he has a lot of times that is really kind of, he's always kind of thirsty all the time as a result of that too. But, just talking to your nearest nutritionist or somebody along that lines, maybe. But other than biotin, I really don't know if there's something that you can do. If it's a medication situation, then definitely maybe talk to your doctor if there's an alternative, because medications can be really kind of harsh on the system on many different levels, for sure. So I apologize if that doesn't really answer your question. Definitely reach out to us again if there's something more specific that I can help you with, and we can dive into that on a little more personal level, because at this point there's so many different variables and so many different situations that could be involved with that as well too. So, sorry about that. But yeah.
No, I'll talk about, I'll probably talk about it a little more at 3:00 today.
Okay, perfect.
There is a variety of different things that you can do, but and even like I had advised this woman, aging is part of that. Menopause is part of that. She's past menopause, but are we
ever really past menopause?
But,
sorry.
always check with your pharmacist
Yeah.
that your
Yeah, they're very, very good source.
medications, this can be the result from those, and you can always look for an alternative to it, or
Yeah.
you always double check that it's necessary for you to be on those medications.
Yeah.
Over time.
Yeah.
Always double
Yep.
check.
Yeah, and definitely, and again, working with the whole healthcare team that you might have, your doctors, your pharmacists, nutritionists, everybody that's involved, dietitians even too, they can really be quite helpful with regards to that, and just see what alternatives you can look at, and you know, get everybody on board, and that beautiful soup, then let them help us for sure.
Okay, so
So
today we're
yeah.
talking about serrapeptase. I had asked to talk about digestive enzymes because it's really important. As you are on a health journey, it's important to examine your poop, understand your digestive system, and help it, boost it, love it, nourish it, make it work better. And digestive enzymes may be one of those things that you need to incorporate to have better digestion, less bloat, absorb your nutrients better, help support the function of the liver, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder. If you don't have a gallbladder, you need digestive enzymes. But Wendy is a pro on these, and with our company Biomed, Serrapeptase is our first of the digestive enzymes that we're talking about this week. So Wendy, take it away.
So I'm hoping a couple people are watching, but you know, digestive enzymes. People say, okay, well, we need probiotics, we need digestive enzymes, we need a couple of these different things, but people don't really understand what these things are a lot of times. So I'll just begin by saying a digestive enzyme basically just helps you with being able to digest the carbs, the fats, and the proteins that we're taking in on a regular basis, and allowing them to be, and when we say digest, basically all that means is you're breaking it down into the smallest components, either in the stomach, because we digest protein in the stomach, and then we digest a lot of, well, in both places, but a lot of the digestion actually happens in our small intestine, so that first part of our intestine. And what digestive enzymes do basically is they help to break those components down into their smallest molecules, so we can actually absorb them. So if we don't have a lot of these digestive enzymes in our system due to you know, whatever situation is going on, perhaps it's medications, perhaps it's stress, perhaps it's a poor diet, we can actually become quite malnourished, and the good work that we're trying to put into eating really healthy foods is not going to be really helping, because yes, definitely a digestive enzyme would help with acid reflux, Kathy, for sure. And understanding that how it works is that it, you know, like I said, if we don't have this digestion, then that food just sits in our gut and it rots, and it causes a lot of problems that I'm not going to get into today so much. We can talk about that another day, but definitely it's something, especially if we have what's called low stomach acid, low hydrochloric acid in our stomach, and then we don't have any kind of digestion going on at that point either. And unfortunately, a lot of times low digestive stomach acid actually looks like a high acid stomach, so it gives you a lot of this acid reflux and the pain and situations that people go, oh, I have too acidy in my stomach. And what do? You pop a Tums or something, which is a calcium carbonate, and it's an antacid. And what you're basically doing is causing even more lowered acidity in your stomach. So I'm getting into a whole other end of things.
That's okay. So the exciting thing with the different enzymes is that they actually have different functions beyond the stomach, which I think is boom, phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
Right. And that's what the biggest potential is with any of the things that we're going to talk about this week, is that it's going beyond the stomach. It's going beyond these things, because we want to really dig deep and just look at all these wonderful things. And serrapeptase is just one of the few big ones that really can really help your health in a bigger picture beyond the stomach. But I must go.
Oh,
Client is here.
okay.
Wendy, you go ahead with the serrapeptase. I'm there for you tomorrow morning, all week. I'm just my clinic must begin. I thank you so much, everyone. Have a beautiful day. And Wendy is so smart. She's a smarty. And she's a big geeky herbal nerd, so she loves all this stuff. So have a beautiful and glorious day. See you at maybe not
Yes,
at
you
2
too
o'clock.
with your birthday.
See you at 12:30 today, because I have clients at 3. You guys be blessed today. And Wendy, carry on.
Okay. Paulina is actually just asking us if aloe is a digestive enzyme. Well, aloe is something that is, it can help digestion of fats and sugars, but it's not technically considered a digestive enzyme. It does actually help to really soothe the stomach quite a lot. And aloe is something that I really like to incorporate in some healing protocols with regards to that digestion and just soothing and being, allowing a nice gentleness to the stomach along the lines of ginger. Ginger too is something that can help very much to soothe the digestive tract as well too. So Serrapeptase is one of those really wonderful ones that has not only the digestive enzyme, it's called a proteolytic enzyme. So when we were talking about enzymes, there's several different kinds of enzymes because, well, there's several different kinds of things that we eat. So we have what's called, let me think here. It's all up here. It's just hard to get out sometimes. There's like I said, there's several different types of enzymes, and I can't name them all because there's like a myriad of them. But essentially, you're going to have specific enzymes for breaking down fat. You're going to have specific enzymes for breaking down your carbs, and there's going to have specific enzymes to break down your proteins. So your amylase, your lipase, and your protease. But there's also other ones, like I said, there's pancreatic enzymes, there's digestive enzymes, there's all different kinds of enzymes. There's, like I said, so many of them. Serrapeptase, which is a proteolytic enzyme, basically, is a very, it not only helps to digest proteins in the stomach, but it's also called a mucolytic enzyme as well too, which actually is derived from a bacteria called I can't pronounce it. It's a certain bacteria. I'm not even going to try. But basically what we're looking at with serrapeptase is it's a broad spectrum kind of enzyme, and it actually helps to break down inflammation and mucus in sinus and the lung and the GI tract as well too. And one of the better ones for chronic inflammation. So Dana and I actually talk about inflammation on the regular. We talk about it as much as anything else. And it's one of those things that we see basically as one of the root issues as far as the disease process, or chronic inflammation is when it's systemic and we live for it for decade after decade after decade. It's really one of those things can really lead us towards a disease process if we don't allow it to subside in our body and try to help keep it down. And serrapeptase is one of these things that really does help with chronic inflammation in our system and bring that down and to a manageable level, because inflammation is designed was designed in the body to actually help us. When you get a cut on your hand, it becomes red and swollen and maybe a little weepy, as long as it's a clear weepy. This is inflammation, and we need that for a healing process. So you think in your body, wherever you have an injury or a hurt or a bobo or something like that, you need a little bit of inflammation it brings healing blood cells and oxygenated blood to that area. It brings white blood cells. A little bit of swelling, a little bit of heat. This is a mechanism. It's a healing mechanism of the body. But when we have like systemic chronic inflammation over a long period of time, this is quite hurtful for the body. And when the body's just like, I can't handle this anymore, it just becomes, it starts to deteriorate, and allowing for opportunistic um, situations to happen. So that's that loaded gun that we talk about a lot of times, that loaded gun of genetics, of cancer cells, of, diabetic situations, to really just flourish, because they thrive in bodies that are acidic and not working very well, and have that chronic inflammation and super stressed and all these different things, and poor diet. And when you combine all that stuff together, it becomes that soup of opportunity for these, genetic that we have in our system to just take over and flourish as a result. So this is what we're trying to avoid. So by decreasing inflammation in our system, we can really, just give ourselves a chance to thrive as a result. And when we're talking about the serrapeptase, it is, like I said, a broad spectrum enzyme, and it helps to break down that inflammation and break up the excess mucus and congestion in the body as well too. So very, very good for sinus infections, lung infections, GI infections. And I actually took it when I had a tooth extraction, and I had a lot of inflammation, and there was infection in there as well too. And taking that really does actually help with pain management as well too, because when you decrease inflammation, you decrease pain. And it really does, it really helps with the mechanism of serrapeptase. Basically is through reducing the capillary permeability, and it regulates the immune migration of the lymph nodes to inflamed and injured tissues. So a lot of times people take this for heart issues as well too. I'm just looking at different websites with regards to it. But yeah, so a lot of people actually do take it for, because it helps, let's see here. It does help with, like I said, the decreasing of the capillaries. So, and it helps to actually for us to break down and then absorb the bad bacteria and different things in the body. So this is one of the really good ones that like I said, I use myself. I offer it to my husband as well too, because he has chronic inflammation with regards to health issues that he goes through. And it's just an amazing, amazing product that is one of these ones that is becoming kind of trendy right now. I don't know if you want to really talk about that a little bit, but serrapeptase is, like I said, one of those ones that's so good for so many things. Post-op swelling and inflammation, again, is one of those really good ones that it's used for. Respiratory conditions, including sinusitis and bronchitis. Like I said, after dental surgery, breaking down and improving elimination of mucus associated with coughs and allergies. So even people that have like a chronic cough, or a smoker's cough or something like that, or tend to be very phlegmy or something like that in the morning. And with every enzyme, or sorry, with every supplement that you might be taking, a natural supplement or anything else, it's not just a one-off kind of situation. You have to be very mindful of the fact that it's just not going to be, well, serrapeptase is going to be the big thing that I need for pain management and inflammation. But the thing is, you got to understand that, you have to work with your diet as well too, decrease the things that perhaps are not going to be associated with, whatever it is that you're trying to do. If you take a proteolytic enzyme for inflammation specifically, you're going to want to look at your diet and try to eliminate some of the inflammatory foods as well too. So your gluten and your sugar products, perhaps dairy, understanding that maybe if you have some sort of underlying intolerances or allergy situations that are low grade, that they're tolerable, but maybe this is causing a lot of wear and tear and issues that have been evolving over the years as well too. Proteolytic enzymes are also good for wound healing and repair. And so when we look at something like this and we look at understanding that enzymes are good for so many reasons, that one specific reason over another is not good or bad. It's like medications that you get from the doctor, that you're going to have, say, I don't even know off the top of my head, an antidepressant being used for managing nerve pain, something along that lines. You get the same kind of idea with regards to supplements and natural products like this, because it's going to be okay. So yeah, it is a digestive enzyme, a proteolytic and mucolytic enzyme, but the thing is, it's going to help many, many different things depending upon the issues that are presenting themselves. And this is why I just love this kind of stuff. But at the same time, understanding that, like, oh, Kathy, where would you get enzyme, mentioning stuff like this? The proteolytic enzyme, some enzymes you can get, like if it's going to be more of a pancreatic enzyme, it's more of a prescription situation. Serrapeptase itself, you can pretty much get anywhere from your health food store. I provide health professional grade products through Biomed International. Something like this, again, too, Serrapeptase is one of these things that's actually prescribed in Eastern countries, and here it's a natural supplement, so it can just be bought over the counter. Maybe medical clinics as well too. The doctor might be able to offer you a prescription for digestive enzymes as well too. I'm not 100% sure about that, but the thing is too, it is something that you can get depending upon the doctor. I don't want to say negative things about all doctors, but depending upon the doctor, you might not be getting a natural substance. You might be getting more of a synthetic substance. And from my perspective, you always want to try to get something as natural as possible, because you want the body to be able to recognize it as something that's natural, because the body cannot really recognize a chemical and work with it specifically. It tries, and the chemical will sometimes take over and do its thing, something like a Tylenol or whatever, but the body still has to process these things that are chemicals and made in labs and not and synthetic and stuff like that. So you want to try to get as natural as possible. And at the same time, there's a lot of foods, and we're going to talk about foods that contain digestive enzymes that you can definitely take as a result to help with digestive issues as well too. The other thing is that I want to mention, if you are looking towards getting some digestive enzymes, when to take them specifically, you want to take them before you eat, because they are going to be able to sit in the stomach at that point, and then you have your food you take in and put on top of it. So those digestive enzymes will help with the digesting of the food that you just eat. So if you take it with food, it's not going to really do the job that you want it to do. Or if you take it afterwards, it's not really going to do the job it needs to do. You have to take it beforehand, wait about 20 minutes. So, if you're making dinners, or you're going to have a big meal, that's really a little bit harder to digest. So I'm thinking specifically people that as we age, sometimes have a harder time digesting meat or vegetables. Sometimes people that are newly into a plant-based diet have harder times with beans or even just vegetables. You really want to work with the food that you're going to be eating, taking that digestive enzyme about 20 minutes to half hour before you eat, and let it do its work a little bit, and then have the meat or the vegetables or whatever that you have on top of that as well too. So we're going to shut it down there today. Kathy, I'm so glad you find this interesting. I'm very much a geek when it comes to a lot of this. And yeah, if you have any questions, just reach out because I know I'm not the only one that finds this stuff interesting. What can I say? That's just the way I am. So I could talk all day, but I've got all the rest of the week. We're going to talk about this kind of stuff, and just hang on. And, if you have any questions, we can definitely get to those. Great questions today. Thank you, ladies, Kathy and Paulina. I really, really appreciate your input. And we're going to continue this throughout the rest of the week, and have a wonderful, wonderful day. P.S. If you guys get a chance, head over and wish Dana a happy birthday on her page. Talk to you guys later.